Got a dinner fish, I believe.
Nice
Got
fish,
him.
Greg.
Nice one.
Well, how you doing, everybody? Joe Henry, Lake of the Woods Tourism. I'm with my good friend Greg Jones of Midwest Outdoors, and naturally we're out on Lake of the Woods today, pulling spinners for walleyes. And I'll tell you, Greg, the way the summer has gone, no surprise we get a nice start like this.
Been incredible fishing this summer.
Nice walleye.
There we go.
Boy, nice fish today.
Yeah.
Good string.
Perfect on the dinner plate. That's a favorite thing for a lot of people to do up here. Have that.
About a 15-inch walleye, correct?
Yeah, that's about a 15er.
Yeah. Which that's a perfect walleye for the dinner plate. I'll tell you what, you know, folks, when you come to Lake of the Woods, plan on keeping some fish and plan on eating some fish, because fish fries, fresh walleye fish fries are tradition up here. You can keep a combined limit of 6 fish, walleyes and saugers. Up to 4 of the 6 can be walleyes. And then we have a slot limit, 19.5 to 28 inches. You got to put those bigger fish back into the system, create sustainability, and you can keep 1 a day over 28 trophy. And Greg, that's a perfect one for the dinner plate.
Get one?
On that one.
Netter?
Yeah, I think so.
A lot of times when you got the net swinging around, especially if you got a big hoop, maybe get a hold of it there. You know, there's a lot of things there it can get hung up on, especially when you got a little wind blowing. So hold it in your hand, and it's time to scoop them up. You can let her go. Still a nice eater, yeah.
You know, folks, there's basically 3 areas to Lake of the Woods. The first is the Rainy River, and that feeds Lake of the Woods. That in its own right is a great fishery. Then you got the second area, Big Traverse Bay, which is a big open body of water, 30 miles north-south by 25 miles east-west. Interestingly enough, the deepest spot in Big Traverse is only 38 feet deep. So really the whole thing is prolific with life. Then of course you got that little tip that sticks up into Canada, that little tip of Minnesota. That's the Northwest Angle. That's the northernmost point of the contiguous U.S. It's where the 14,552 islands of Lake of the Woods begin. And that's actually where we have the northernmost point buoy. Just like Key West, Florida has the southernmost, we have the northernmost point buoy. A lot of people like getting pictures of that when they're up there as well. But I'll tell you what, Greg, nice fish. We'll be eating good tonight, I think.
This one might not be all that big, but he whacked it. They love spinners.
Nice perch.
Oh, the perch, yeah.
I'll tell you what, when you talk about multi-species success, man, these perch, and man, we get a lot of perch ice fishing this last year. Wow, these fish showing up like crazy. There's a big population of jumbo perch in the lake right now. Want net on that one or no?
I think it'll be just, I can lift them over the side, but I got a feeling that, yep, there it is. This one's a bigger perch.
Here, you just keep swinging at me, Greg.
Yeah, you just take them off. I'll get another nightcrawler. I like catching fish. Brownie.
Yep.
Run. Yep. The brown jumper. Jump in the net.
You know, Greg, we always say you never know what you're getting in Lake of the Woods, and there's a perfect example. And I'll tell you, it's interesting because some of the guides that make a living walleye fishing, they're bass nuts.
Oh yeah.
And what happens when they go out?
It's a world-class bass fishery. You can catch a lot of smallmouth if you go after them here, but it's the walleye capital of the world.
Yeah.
We got to catch walleyes.
Speaking of which, let's let this one go.
Yeah, there you go. Grow bigger. Feels like a dinner fish.
Looks like a dinner fish.
Yeah.
There you go.
There. We'll eat that one.
Yeah.
It's my new favorite color, golden pink.
Good on, Greg. Well, I'll tell you what, you know, folks, when you come to Lake of the Woods, you know, one of the things that's kind of nice, you know, we happen to be using our own boat today. But I'll tell you, if you don't know Lake of the Woods, maybe you don't have a boat, or maybe you just don't want to pull one up to Lake of the Woods, I'll tell you what, between stepping aboard a charter boat and stepping in with a guide on Lake of the Woods, you know, they're all over the lake. And I'll tell you what, you step aboard, rod, reel, tackle, licensed charter captain, and they are dialed in on the fish, aren't they, Greg?
Yeah, that's it's a great way to do it. Drive up, jump in the boat. You know, you just got to bring the right clothing, and You don't even have to bring your own gear. Just go fishing, catch them, and bring them on home.
You know, pulling spinners on Lake of the Woods in the summer is, I mean, one of the absolute go-to methods. Charter boats make a living pulling spinners all summer long. Yeah, and I'm gonna show you a hook a crawler onto a spinner. We're using a 2-hook harness right now. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take that head of the crawler, which is the dark part, and I'm gonna take that head and I'm gonna hook it right in front, right in the very top front of the head. Then what I wanna do is straighten that crawler out, straight as I can, and get that second hook in there, just so it's nice and straight. And then I'm not gonna keep that whole crawler on there. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give it a good tail, but I'm gonna pinch that tail off. You know, that's a nice piece of crawler between that blade, the beads, and that crawler. That's a nice offering for a walleye. By shortening that tail, it's got incredible action, you got good scent, and more often than not, you're gonna actually hook that walleye rather than that walleye biting the back end of that tail off. Big perch, look at this, I'm gonna swing him in. Look at the size of this perch.
Yeah, you got Whoa. Jumbo.
There's a fatty.
Yeah.
Today I'm using a gold blade, but earlier I was using pink, and all those bright colors with the stained water in Lake of the Woods, you know, the golds, pinks, orange, chartreuses, things like that, they're all good. I had a pink one on, which is normally very good. Greg was out fishing me with a gold blade, so I switched. Now I'm starting to catch up.
Not tugging like the perch. Amazing how you can start to tell the difference when you catch enough. Yeah. Walleye. It's a good little fish for the dinner table there. You know, it's not going to be too long, and we're going to be out here catching these on the ice, Joe. Huh?
Well, you're right. You know, we're late summer right now, but I'll tell you what, we have fall coming up, and of course, whether you're on the lake jigging, I mean, fall's a notorious jig bite. Otherwise, the Rainy River, we get that annual shiner run. The Airborne shiners run up the Rainy River, and of course, hundreds of thousands of walleyes follow. So the river's good. Then of course we got our ice fishing season, Greg, and that goes December through March.
March, yep.
And then of course we got the spring where you can fish the Rainy River in the spring for all those big walleyes.
Oh, big walleyes and the big sturgeon. That's real popular now. People come from a long ways to catch those.
Very
things.
popular, no doubt.
Lots of walleyes.
Doesn't get old either. It's
Like,
fun.
oh, every bite's a
Look at that rod bed.
special bite.
Oh,
man. It's kicking you hard. Yeah. Nice one.
Nice walleye. Yeah. Yeah, fish. Boy, another nice eater, Greg, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, we'll take that one all day long. Boy, that is a nice one, Greg. You know, I'll tell you, folks, we're out here in the open water now, but I'll tell you what, if you've never experienced ice fishing, or maybe you have experienced ice fishing on Lake of the Woods, I'll tell you, it's so much fun. You come up, we get 2 to 3 feet of ice. There's ice roads going out. There's resorts have fish houses. They constantly move them to stay on the fish. You step into a fish house, it's 70 degrees, the holes are drilled and cleaned out. You got bars and restaurants up here galore, but it is really a fun time in the winter if you haven't been up. You might want to come up and try catching some of these through the ice as well.
That's not a bad morning of fishing, huh, Joe?
For a couple hours, I think we'll take it.
Yeah, we're going to eat good.
You know, folks, fish on Lake of the Woods right now is absolutely on fire. Walleyes are healthy, certainly multi-species. It's time to come up and grab yourself not only a limit of walleyes, but maybe even that fish of a lifetime. You know what? If you want to find out more about fishing Lake of the Woods, check out our website, and that is lakeofthewoodsmn.com. For Greg Jones of Midwest Outdoors, I'm Joe Henry with Lake of the Woods Tourism. More Midwest Outdoors coming up next.